Hey everyone, my name is Sin, and today we're actually taking a look at the Samsung W-2018. So this, first off, is the box that this thing came in. And yeah, it's wooden on the outside, and it has this reflective glass, as you can see here, which is just, I mean, it's awesome. And it has this really cool gold logo here. I mean, this thing, with a presentation like this, you know what you're getting into, and that is luxury. So let's unbox this bad boy. Take this top off to reveal, and so this is how it was. You know, so the Samsung phone was sitting on the inside here. It has cool certificate of authenticity, its own little name plaque there showing the W-2018, and I mean, this thing is killer. So underneath, you know, we'll go through the other, you know, details and accessories here. But again, I mean, just look at that. I mean, the gold trim around this, you know, I mean, this is the presentation for a phone. So you can only imagine the luxury market that this thing was really after. So underneath this top layer of the box, we then have these three components here. So this one has the headphones, of course. This one has the charge cable and all of that. And then this one here had a booklet and some other small accessories. And then I kind of kept these random tags and things like that because they're kind of exciting. But I've never seen a phone box like this. My Xiaomi W909 flip phone had a box, you know, that was again more than what you find with your traditional phones, but still not to this caliber of luxury. Now to get on into the actual phone itself, it has this glass back alongside this awesome metal top here, and as you can see, that is, I mean, it's fancy. You know, it's this thing truly is a beautiful piece of art. And you know, again, it wasn't that I was looking for something that, you know, was just specifically, you know, something that other people didn't have. You know, I love flip phones. I've only ever had flip phones, and I only ever will have flip phones. And so I wanted an upgrade from my previous phone. And so one with the Samsung label, I figured would be a nice roll because they are a well-known brand, number one, which means the quality is going to be there. But not only are they just a well-known brand, but they are the #1 smartphone manufacturer out there. And so, you know, I knew that I was going to be getting into something really, really awesome. So again, to touch on the back before we open this thing up, as you can see, we have this, it's a 12 megapixel camera here. You have the fingerprint sensor here, and then I don't remember what these are because I don't ever use them, nor do I really use this, but still, it's there. Now, to show you guys, you know, I guess we'll keep it flat for now, and then we'll get on into it. But so it has this button here on the side, and that's how you unlock it, or, you know, view the screen. Then you actually have these two buttons here, this one being that Bixby button, which is unnecessary, and then these here being the volume keys. And so what's cool though is by pressing this in the center, it then unleashes the premium, you know, dial here. And so that is, it's so cool. I've never seen that on a phone before. And I can't get over this thing. But anyways, forgive me for that. But now, as you guys have probably long awaited, we will open this up. So this here, I mean, look at that. That is wondrous. It has this awesome, you know, pad around here, which of course you can use to control, you know, the actual, you know, buttons on the screen. And so I've always loved having physical keys for things, as well as like the actual number pad here. I've never gotten on other phones how they don't have that, and you have to use the screen for things. And I love having speed dials. And again, I'm a classic lover. Okay, all right, you know, it's just how I am. So the other buttons that you have here, you have, of course, the back button. You have the tabs button, which will, yeah, pull up all of your fun little tabs for what you have going on. As you can see, I've always got a ton. You have the home button. Of course, we all know what that does. And then you have this other tab button. Huh. Actually, there's a button I never knew what this does. I've never pressed this button. And that is the SIM information. So that's pretty interesting, huh? And, all right. Well, we just figured out something cool together, guys. And so I have the touchscreen on the top here, I interchange on how I do it, depending on ease of use. I'm either using the buttons or the actual touchscreen itself. But then of course, when I flip the phone, the image is mirrored on the outside as well, because, well, that's how it's supposed to be. And so no matter how I'm doing it, closed or open, it will always remain on the same thing that I've got. And what's super cool about this is if I'm on a phone call, which of course I always have it open, but if I want it on speakerphone, I don't want to have it held like that, I can press the speakerphone button in the corner, and then by me closing the phone, it will resume the speakerphone on the outside without hanging up the call. And ordinarily, unless it's on the speakerphone set, it will hang up. So again, closing will end the call just like it's supposed to. Flip phones have always been notorious for that. And again, you open it, you get the answer immediately, you close it, it's done. Another really cool thing about this, I'll have it in this mode, that way you guys can see a little better. But it is all in English still. You have a number of different language options. And I think the layout is pretty similar to what is normally found within other Samsung phones as a whole. And so, at least I think so. I'm not really sure that anything's really too crazily different outside that. This one does maintain all of the current Android updates, and so this one is currently on the Oreo, which is the most recent one to release. And yeah, again, this is it. I absolutely love this phone, and I can't speak enough on it. And so I'm so glad that I managed to find this. I actually had to get this as a direct import in from China because these were not released anywhere else in the world, unfortunately. So I was very fortunate to have somebody over there that was actually able to get their hands on this for me. And unfortunately, it's about as premium in price as its presentation and how it looks. So, but for me at least, it's worth every penny. I will have this for a long time, and we'll see what else Samsung puts out there. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me today, and we'll see you again for the next video.